Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, and I'm here with my husband. He is my podcast co-host, and he is Alan Evans.
Hey, Train in the house.
Thank you all for joining us for this very special episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Y'all, I've got so much to talk about.
Okay, good.
So much to talk about. I'm so excited.
Good.
You got anything? As you always ask me, you got anything?
I'm glad you have a lot because I have some good stuff. I have some follow-ups from last podcast. Some addendums. The addendums to the information that was presented.
Do we present incorrect information?
No. Not corrections. These are addendums, additions.
Regarding what?
Regarding rude dog.
Yeah.
Regarding some of the specifics around the rude dog incident with my dad. I did a welfare check yesterday, and he added a few things that I didn't know. So I thought I might just add those.
How could he have possibly added more? I've heard that same story 50 times.
He added some things. And then an addendum, an update on Jeff moving product. Okay. I'm not talking about cocaine. I don't know if we can say that on this podcast without getting it.
You can say the word cocaine.
I'm not talking about blow. I'm not talking about crack, meth,
drugs
ice,
at all. No drugs at all.
Weed, any of that. I'm talking about his clothing.
Okay.
So,
which is his drug.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. So yeah, those are the updates I have.
Well, let's just get me out of the way. Or should we save me to the end? No, I can't wait.
No, go ahead.
All right. So Colleen Hoover is an author. She's written many, many, many successful books. Real controversial deal last year with, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. We're not going to worry about that. I think Colleen was just caught up in the Blake storm. But, okay, so she's a famous novelist. She's got a new movie coming out this weekend. It starts on Friday the 13th of March, called Reminders of Him, based on her best-selling novel.
Another Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we got two.
Wow. Yeah.
Because February is the perfect 4 weeks. So we got February and
Okay. Sorry, babe. Go.
So anyway, a few years ago, she's from Tyler, Texas. I didn't know this at the time. But,
Tyler Rose.
East Texas.
Piney Woods.
Yeah. Isn't that the Rose capital too of Texas?
Rose capital of Texas, the home of Earl Campbell.
So anyway, a few years ago, like maybe 3 years ago, I posted something on my Instagram stories. I'm so good about posting on social media. Very faithful poster.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink. I'm terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But, I noticed that Colleen Hoover hearted it. She liked it. And I was like, what? I had no idea that Colleen Hoover even knew who I was or anything. So anyway, she liked my post. So I went really quickly and to see, does Colleen Hoover follow me? And she did.
Wow.
Come to find out, she also followed like Anna on the show. She is a listener of the Kay Craddock Morning Show. I had no idea.
Nationally syndicated.
Right. But she's also in Tyler, Texas, which would be in our immediate listening area, right?
Nice.
So then about, so I'm like, oh my gosh, she knows who we are. So then about a year later, so it's about 2 years ago or so, I was watching TV and Watch What Happens Live on Bravo was on. It was Andy Cohen, and he had Colleen Hoover there. She's promoting, obviously, It Ends With Us, the book, turning into a movie, and she's doing the whole press junket. And it turns out Colleen, like me, is a huge Bravo fan. And she was talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I was right there with her until she said something about, it was complimentary that she liked or whatever, Louis. Teresa's husband, Louis, and the whole audience just like gasped, including me at home. And I was like, what is that about? So I took that as an opportunity to DM Colleen. And I said, oh, I saw you on Watch What Happens Live. I loved you, except for what you had to say about Louis. We're going to have to get martinis and discuss it. Maybe you convince me what you see. I was trying to get a little in. Well, she wrote me back and said something about the audience. Anyway, so we just did a little back and forth messaging. So it culminated into her saying she was really busy. She was in the process of, because she not only wrote Reminders of Him, I guess based on previous experience, she decided she was going to write the screenplay. Because when you adapt a novel to movies, that's a very different thing. And she wanted to make sure her voice was heard, but she co-wrote it with someone else. I don't have that name in front of me right now. And she said, once we're wrapped with filming and all the production of Reminders of Him, and I get back to Texas, we're going to meet for that martini.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That was several months ago.
Oh.
Fast forward to about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And we found out that Colleen Hoover is going to be coming through town with the cast of Reminders of Him. They were going to be doing a screening, and there were going to be opportunities to interview Colleen Hoover.
Okay.
Guess who got asked?
Kellie Raspberry
Evans got asked to interview Colleen Hoover and Anna Szabo from the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
Anna is a huge bookworm.
Huge.
She's got, that's her passion. I'm not as passionate, but I love Colleen Hoover. So I got the book, I read the book, and I watched it's a screener. It was all great. And then we finally got to interview her. Okay. Anna and I just were like, what are we going to wear? What are we going to wear? We decided we were going to wear blazers. We were going to try to keep it professional. So we decided it's going to be a blazer day.
What are you going to wear? Is she into fashion?
No, but we're going to be meeting Colleen Hoover. We loved her. We wanted to look good and feel good.
Okay.
When you feel like you look good, it's better experience, right? So we went.
Look good, feel good.
Is good. That's
feel
what my daddy,
good, play good, pay good.
My daddy always says, looks good, feels good, is good. So anyway.
Dion always said, looks good, feel good, play good, pay good.
Well, Jerry Raspberry probably said what he said first. So we go to this old theater. I can say it now because it's over. The old Inwood Theater in Dallas, right? So they had, it's a press junket. So what they do is they set up Colleen and the director, Vanessa Caswell. They set them up, and then they just have the reporters funnel in and out. So the talent stays put. The interviewers, they just rotate in and out, right? They put me and Anna last.
Was that good?
Yes.
Okay.
Mainly because we were the only ones that they were having two people interview them. Everybody else was just solo. So they had to reset the shots and all that good stuff.
Okay.
And they were running late, and we were all giddy. We were all talking about, Colleen, Holly, what are we going to say? What are we going to say? Well, somebody told me that in Colleen's new book called Woman Down, there is a character named Kellie who is the host of a podcast.
Yeah.
But it's a gossip podcast, right?
Okay.
And I was like, is there a chance that that's me? Did she name that character after me?
Uh-huh.
And is that too bold to ask her about it?
Spelled the same way?
I was told so. I haven't.
Really?
I've got to get a copy of the book. I'm going to read it over spring break.
Come on.
I'm going to get it over spring break.
We're putting 2 plus 2 here. Now, does she do the podcast with her lewd husband?
No, it's like two girls, I think.
Oh.
Anyway, she's inspired by people. So I was reading the acknowledgments of this book, Reminders of Him, and the main character's name is Kenna Rowan. And she says in the acknowledgments that she has this online book community, this fan group on Facebook that have been with her. She runs Ideas by them. It's really tight-knit group. And 2 of the people in there are sisters named Kenna and Rowan. And she pulled those names from listeners. So she finds inspiration everywhere. So this is what I positioned it as. I said, I need to ask you about how you're inspired for names. And where did you get the name for the baby in this book? The baby's name was DM, like Carpe Diem, like seize the day.
Okay.
Where did you get the inspiration for DM? And she tells me about how she loved Road Rules, and CT and DM were characters. She said, I always loved that name and wanted to use it. And DM has passed away. She battled cancer. So anyway, I said, well, I have to ask. And she confirmed that character, she said, it's just a very small part. It's not really pivotal or anything, but that was inspired by me.
That is awesome, man.
Isn't that really cool?
That is awesome.
And anyway, you can watch it if you go
that
to
is
my
really cool.
If you go to my Instagram, you can see a picture of me and Colleen and Anna, and you can see Rich on the book. And Kid Nation posted the video. I'm gonna share it of Colleen and us having that conversation. So it's very exciting. Anna and I were just giddy. We were laughing, so silly. And when Colleen signed my book, she said, "Time for drinks."
Wow.
So I'm sure she's been on this tour promoting this movie. She probably, once everything calms down after this weekend, she probably needs a little bit of time to regroup, refresh, rest.
Fresh.
But I met Colleen's sister as well, and she's a listener. And so we're going to get
Really?
together.
Wow.
I'm going to get together for Cocktails with Colleen. And I said, isn't that a great name for a podcast? Cocktails with Colleen.
That's awesome.
Isn't that a big deal?
That is, babe. That's really cool. I didn't know any of that.
Cool.
I didn't know any of that.
It's very cool. So now you know.
When did all this go down?
Yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The interview was yesterday.
Well, I saw the social media. I saw y'all on stage with somebody, but I didn't really know what was going on.
Well, see, okay, here's our day yesterday. After I had, yesterday was a really busy day. I had the Colleen Hoover interview. I had another meeting with Kids. It's really great. A lot of stuff, great stuff happening with Kids, the charity we've talked to you about on the podcast many times before. Go to kidskids.org to find out more. I came home and I felt like I had been hit by a bus. And with the weather here, the allergies, people are sick. My friend thought he had strep throat, went to urgent care, and they're like, no, it's just allergies. It's just really bad. And I was just like, I need to lay down to take a nap. So I went upstairs, and what I thought was going to be like a 30-minute nap ended up being 2 hours. I came downstairs, didn't even know you were home.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan was home, and he's like, now I feel like I need to get a nap. So he immediately went upstairs. So we were just ships crossing in the night.
A lot of naps.
Lots of naps. And then when Alan woke up, I'll be honest, if I may.
What?
You seemed a little grumpy. And
this seems to be a recurring theme.
And I didn't think that you wanted to share anything about our days with each other. So I saved all that Colleen Hoover. I didn't tell him. That's why he says he didn't know any of this.
Oh, okay.
Because I could just tell he was just a little grumpy.
I was groggy. I don't know if I was grumpy.
Groggy, grumpy.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think it's because you went upstairs to take a nap. If you would have gone and gotten an hour bed, you wouldn't have woken up grumpy.
I don't know.
I think that's true because, we have our Helix mattress. Our boys upstairs, we probably should, invest in a good Helix mattress for them as well. Because I do, listen, y'all, I love the change of seasons, the longer days and all the daylight. I love that. But still, my absolute favorite time of day is bedtime. And my bed is my favorite place in the world. It's the place where I'm the most comfortable because we have our Helix mattress in our bedroom. Now, before we upgraded to Helix, Alan and I were crammed into a queen-size bed, hot, uncomfortable. We woke up every time one of us turned over. It was not a great night's sleep, and we were both grumpy all the time. So I did some research, and I found Helix online. Alan took their Helix sleep quiz, and then in about 2 minutes, we were matched with the Helix Dusk Luxe. We ordered the king size. It was shipped straight to our door for free, by the way, free shipping. It's amazing how they fit that big mattress in that box. So that was crazy. That was crazy. And the unboxing is really fun. And from that very first night sleeping on our new mattress, we noticed a difference. We weren't waking up every time one of us rolled over. Both of us getting deeper, more restful sleep. We're both happier. Helix is actually the most awarded mattress brand reviewed by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. They stand behind their mattresses with a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty. You can try it out risk-free. But I'm telling you, once you try a Helix mattress, going to bed is going to become the highlight of your day too.
And if better sleep sounds good to you, go to helixsleep.com/sandwich right now, because they're offering 27% off site-wide exclusively for A Sandwich and Some Lovin' listeners. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich for 27% off.
Such an odd little number, isn't it? 27%. I'm sure there's a reason behind it.
I mean, it's better than 25.
It is. I love 27.
But
27 is a good number.
But it's not 30.
You are going to love Legacy Box. Becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud, or a thumb drive. Ordering a legacy box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor-recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day. That food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code sandwich so they know we sent you. But 27 was a good year for me. That was a really fun transitional year for my life. That's the year that Kid Craddock hired me away from Florence, South Carolina, and brought me to Texas. That's when my life, I talk to my friends whose kids are just getting out of college and stuff, and they're like, things are so different now. And I was like, I didn't figure it out. I didn't know what I was doing. I was living at home with my parents, working 3 part-time jobs when I got hired to come to Texas at 27. And my life changed forever. So 27 is a good number and a good percentage.
True dat. Just to follow up to your Colleen Hoover question and us taking lots of naps and crossing paths, and another suggestion that the kid, A-Train, was grumpy. I would just add some more information to this for the listener. The listener can decide. I was curled up in the fetal position in my Fat Man chair, remember, when you came down, and I was attempting to take a nap.
In that chair?
Okay, let me just present the facts. I was curled up in the fetal, fact. I was in the chair, fact. I was attempting to take a nap.
In the most uncomfortable spot you could imagine.
Fact.
That is a fact.
Right. At which point, I think every light in the living room and kitchen turned on. And
That's not true.
there's a bunch of lights in there.
That's not true.
Maybe 20, 30.
I turned on one overhead light because I was trying to fix the chair.
Babe, we have recessed lighting. That affects the entire ceiling.
Right. But in my defense,
may I please present my rebuttal?
I needed light.
May I please present my rebuttal?
Because I was trying to fix a chair.
Okay. So the kid is in the fetal attempting to take a nap.
In the most ridiculous place in the house.
All the lights come on, at which point Kellie decides, you know what? I need an Allen wrench so that I can fix the bar stools. And I'm thinking to myself.
He's telling us a little out of order.
And I'm thinking to myself, what could be more random than Kellie wanting to fix a bar stool right now while I'm trying to take a nap?
He's misrepresenting how the order of things.
So then,
but I'll let you keep it for your sake of your story.
So then Kellie grabs one of the bar stools, which these are big, robust, as all our furniture is, substantial bar stools. She takes one almost like a wrestling move. Remember?
I'm strong.
Yeah. Remember Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3 when he picked up Rocky? It was like, I'm going to break your back, meatball. And then he slams him down to the. Mm-hmm. That's what Kellie did with this bar stool. She takes it and then slams it down right on the ottoman about 3 feet from my head where I'm in the fetal position trying to take a nap.
Okay. I'll let you keep it this way if you want.
And then she starts working on this thing well, she had to go out in the garage and get the Allen wrench. So I heard a slam, garage door open, goes out there, rummages around, comes back, slam, garage door closed, comes back, and then is working on the bar stool while I'm in the fetal position in my fat man chair. And then I look at Kellie and I'm like, babe, I'm going to go upstairs and take a nap.
Yeah, you should. But you should have gone to our room. It would have been more comfortable.
But to suggest that maybe you're just grumpy, well, maybe there might have been a reason for that.
Okay, I'm going to let him stick with that story, even though he's off on some of the details. Because when I came downstairs, he was not trying to take a nap. He was sitting there on his phone scrolling, as he typically is. I said, Emma Kellie's chair upstairs is wobbly. I'm going to go out to the garage and get the Allen wrench and go upstairs and fix it. That's how I left him, sitting up in his chair, scrolling his phone. I went upstairs and fixed Emma Kellie's chair. By the time I came back downstairs, I said, I'm going to go ahead and I can't see him from this position at this point. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fix these two wobbly dining chair or counter chairs. And at that point, I turned on the light so I could see. I come around the corner with the chair to lay it down out of him, and then I see him curled up. So it's not like I did that to spite him. When I left him, he was sitting up and awake. But between that 5 minutes, he decided in my chair, y'all, I should take a picture for the social media and show y'all how he was trying to nap.
What?
Show y'all how he was trying to nap.
We'll take the picture.
And then suddenly he's grumpy. Okay, so that's a little bit more clarification on how that went down, order of things.
I guess he
was awake when I went to the garage, awake when I went upstairs. Then when I come back downstairs, he suddenly decides, no, I'm going to take a nap real quick before she gets back. Okay.
I guess what I didn't understand in that moment is I am usually the person, and I don't think that this can be argued, and I think you would agree, I am usually the person in this house who fixes things.
Yeah.
So why at that specific moment when you had just come down from a nap, it befuddled me. I was befuddled.
But you were sitting up and awake, so why does it matter? I just wanted to take care of it.
Okay.
Instead of putting it off.
Okay. Well, that was it. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
And you said you would fix the bar stools later. When is that going to happen?
Later.
Okay.
Second thing to that point, a lot of there's a 90s trend going on online. A lot of people are posting 90s nostalgia reels, which is really fun. I've really enjoyed watching some of the old reels.
The first one I saw was Freddie Prinze
It's really
Jr.
cool.
I didn't realize it was a trend at that point. I was like, that was so clever of Freddie. But, somebody has to be the first person to do it. So maybe Freddie was the first person to do it.
But I've seen Pauly Shore, Denise Richards,
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's really neat seeing them. You start the video with how they look now, and then you show pictures from the 90s. And I did one, and I thought it was fun. It's really cool. But anyway, I got to looking at these old pictures because you don't exactly just bring out old pictures of yourself all the time and start looking at them. And I'm like, man, I had good skin. I'm like, wow. So now I look at myself, and look at these things.
Those are called 11s.
11s? Well, I'm not always.
They're the lines that start between your eyebrows to the top of your nose.
I didn't have those in the 90s. So I think
that's what you get Botox for.
Botox. I think this is the reason you may perceive me sometimes to be grumpy when in fact, this is just my face and I have these lines on my
It
face.
could also be your tone. It could be the tone you use when you speak to me, not with love.
Yeah.
It could be the words coming out of your mouth.
You need to be nicer to Kelly.
Could be that too.
Okay. Should I share my addendums from last podcast?
Please do.
If you don't know what I'm talking about when I bring this up, just go back and listen to the last episode, A Sandwich and Some Rude Dog. I told a story about my dad, and he was wearing a rude dog t-shirt. My dad added to this story. He said he thought it was in the late 70s, early 80s. And I don't think that's possible because the Rude Dog brand was introduced in 1986.
So it's late 80s.
It had to be 86 or later. Okay, so I think we've established that.
A timeline.
Yes. My dad said he was driving an old orange Ford pickup truck. I'm just trying to add color to the story.
Oh, the guy that drives a truck in Reminders of Him drives an orange truck.
Is that right?
Orange. What a random coincidence.
And it like that 70s burnt orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, brownish orange. And then the truck had a cap on it, like a cab on the bed. You know what I mean? It was one of those kind of trucks.
Covered bed.
Yes. And then he said he had Bermuda shorts on.
Oh.
He said he didn't know where the shirt came from, but he thought my mom bought it for him, a Rude Dog shirt. And then the old lady pulled up in a Buick. And she just appeared from behind the pump, which startled him.
He didn't even know she was there.
He didn't know she was there, which is what happened. And you have to go back and listen to the whole story if you want to know what happened. But that was
those were very important addendums, honey.
I thought that the Bermuda shorts
added.
Thinking of my dad just standing there in Bermuda shorts and a Rude Dog shirt
painted a better picture.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply.
So I went to AI. I'm like, I want to know more about
Rude Dog.
Here was my prompt. What do you know about the 80s Rude Dog brand? So the Rude Dog brand, late 80s mall culture. Think No Fear, Bad Boy Club, Big Dog. You ever heard of any of those?
No Fear.
Okay. Created in 1986 by a guy named Brad McMahon. He still owns the brand.
Huh?
This is the most advertising. This is the most advertising that Rude Dog has had in.
Maybe you should reach out like I
50
did
years.
with Colleen Hoover. You never know where it could lead.
Exactly. It was a white cartoon dog with sunglasses, a spiked collar, and check this out, a spade tattoo.
Spade. Where was the tattoo located? On his bicep, the dog's bicep.
It was
as well?
located on the dog's arm.
Oh, how about that?
What are the freaking chances that my dad in the 80s, as I'm a little kid, gets called Rude Dog, standing in a Rude Dog t-shirt? On the t-shirt is a Rude Dog with a spade tattoo. Fast forward to 2017 or 18, and I get tattooed with a spade on my arm.
That's crazy. Full circle.
That's mind-blowing.
DM that man.
That's mind-blowing.
DM that artist.
I want to find this guy.
You should.
But there was a cartoon, a TV show.
Rude Dog?
Yep. Rude Dog and the Dweebs. It was produced by Marvel, too. So this was back when, I don't know if you remember when we were kids, like in the 80s, G.I. Joe had a cartoon and they sold toys. He-Man had a cartoon. They sold toys. Well, Rude Dog had a cartoon and they were trying to sell t-shirts. But that's how a lot of these companies got kids to buy stuff.
There you go.
There was no social media, so they had to do it on cartoons. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Another thing that's interesting about He-Man, his haircut.
Long flowing locks, were they not? Were they not like longer?
Yeah. And he had a friend named Fisto.
I'm not really familiar with the He-Man universe. So this is all going to be news to me.
I'm just throwing that out there.
What did Fisto do?
I don't know.
Was it like the Lone Ranger and Tonto? Was
Whoa.
it like Batman and Robin?
The Boy Wonder?
Was it like, who else has a partner? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Kellie and Allen?
No, it's not the same.
Why is it?
It's just not the same.
Why is it not the same? Why is it not the same?
Well, I was naming all male partners.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see where you're going. Laurel and Hardy. Let's play King of.
King of what?
King of male partners.
I've already named like 4. So now you're going to get me in it? I
win. Okay.
How could you win when I've already done like 4 and you did 1?
Oh, God.
Let me think. Did I say Laurel and Hardy? You said Laurel
I said Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, darn it. Now I'm going blank. Oh, Seals and Croft. That's a good one. There's 2 singers, right?
Seals and Croft?
Come on now. I did like 5 and you did 1. I'm obviously the king of male duos.
Who was the 80s? The guy with the mustache? Hall and Oates. Anyway, the Rude Dog brand has made a comeback, and it's now collectible. For those of you who collect vintage wear, Gen Z is really into it. And 80s nostalgia collectors. They like Rude Dog.
That's us, Gen Z.
So there you go. I just thought I'd add some information about Rude Dog there.
Because the people wanted to know.
The people wanted to know, because I think I mentioned Rude Dog, and a lot of them were probably like, what? I don't remember that, or I didn't.
Or I wasn't alive then.
I wasn't alive then. Yeah, it was I think it was kind of a fringe thing. But as I got into it, I'm like, the dude had a spade tattoo. I didn't even notice that. Then I zoom in on the cartoon, and there it is. Like, how did I not know that?
You hadn't Googled it until then. So there you go.
Jeff's been selling a lot of clothing. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the last podcast. But our friend Jeff, I gave his number to probably 15 different people. So I don't know if all 15 have called him.
They were getting great deals if they did.
That's what he said. He said somebody from San Antonio bought like $100 worth of stuff, and it was like 10 shirts, and nice stuff. I'm like, what kind of stuff was it? He said, like Boss shirts, like really nice. He said, I just $10, whatever. I went over there and got a second load, but I felt so bad about taking the first load from him, just taking it because he offered it to me, that I offered to pay pay to buy the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So I put aside this pile of stuff, right? I think I told you this.
I was here.
Yeah. Yeah, I showed you the stuff.
Yeah.
But I put aside this pile
For the rest of you.
This pile of stuff at Jeff's, and I said, dude, I'll buy these. I'll pay for these. He's like, okay, show me what you got. I hold up a shirt, $5. Hold up another shirt. He's like,
you got the friends and family discount.
yeah, he's like $5. He holds up I hold up a jacket, but it's like a shirt jacket.
A shacket.
Yeah. He looks at it. So I'm adding all this up in my head. It's like 5, 10, 15. I'm like, I can do this math. And then he looks at this shacket and he's like, $7. I'm like, Jeff, really? I said, just make it $10. It'll make it a lot easier for us to. He's like, how about 8? And I said, no. I'll pay you 10 for it. It's just
easier math.
It's easier math if we just keep going along like this. He's like, oh, okay. So then I added $10. And we keep going. And he sees another thing that's not a shirt, but it's not a blazer. And he's like, $7. I'm like, Jeff, just make it 5.
Or 10.
He's like, why do I come down to 5? Why don't I go up to 10?
Oh. Psychology.
So we played that game, but I ended up getting, I don't know, 10 items for $90, something like that. And vouch for them. How were they?
They were great. You got a lot. I mean, you came home with a lot of stuff. I'm like, I think you have something similar to that in your closet, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. A lot of blue, black, and charcoal.
Yeah. Pretty much exactly what's in your wardrobe.
Yeah.
A lot of blue, black, and charcoal.
But I did get a couple of little Tomas Bahama.
Listen, I love Tommy Bahama on a man. Alan has balked at it for a while. Now, granted, we've been together 10 years
I'm
now.
trying to put that off.
But he thinks that means he's like giving up on life. And I was like, I think it looks good. I like that. I think it's because I grew up in South Carolina, that whole beach vibe, in Myrtle Beach and stuff like that. And I just like that vibe. So when he brought home a couple of Tommy Bahama stuff, I'm like, yes, I like that.
No, they're nice. It's never been my style because it's so big.
Well, it's becoming your style,
it's
isn't
real,
it?
It's real flowy.
Yes, it is.
Real, like oversized.
Breezy, like the beach.
Yeah, almost like 90s wear.
You don't want anything barely touching you. You just want it skimming your body.
Yeah. So anyway, Jeff still has stuff. So if you want his number to buy stuff, just email me at podcast@kellyandalan.com. Also shipped a lot of hats lately. We still have a few left.
Got a handful.
We got a handful left. So if you want a hat, either a Sandwich and Some Lovin' hat, official podcast vacation version,
or a Get It Babe hat.
You can go to kellyandalan.com.
Alan used to say "Get it, babe" to me when I would work out. It's been a long time since he's used those words.
No, it's not. I used it just the other day.
I haven't worked out in a while. I'm still using the excuse that I have to be cleared by my boob doctor.
I do it when you're doing something on the Can-Am.
Yeah.
Get it, babe.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you're about to get a new one.
I know. I'm excited. I'm going to trade it in and get another one.
Dime.
I know.
That's a huge dime.
Very excited. Can-Am, 3-wheeling, my Riker, my friend Sarah. We're not the Chitlin gang anymore. We have to come up with a new, I don't even know. Maybe it's just me and Sarah. We're just going to be Wind Sisters, as they call it, in the riding community.
So where does that leave Big Sausage?
I mean, you can be our muscle. You can be our,
I can be the muscle?
You can be the muscle. You can, when we go on adventures, you can be, our fierce protector and leader. Alan always likes to lead, even though his sense of direction, not always the best. And I think you would agree. As leader of the Chitlin gang, we had a lot of interesting adventures.
We didn't have a lot.
We had a few interesting adventures where we ended up, seriously, if they were going to film a movie where young people, it's like almost like I Know What You Did Last Summer, where you take a wrong turn, you end up down this gravel road with nobody around for miles. Great place to hide a body. That's where our fearless leader led us.
I disagree.
You did lead us down that road. You admit it.
I disagree, just like I disagree with the whole story about the naps. That is whatever you believe is what you believe, listener.
All right. Well, I want to take a picture of you curled up, comfy in that chair so people can see. Okay.
All right, babe.
Okay.
You got anything else?
No, I don't mean to cut things short.
Wow.
But I've got to be at another appointment, and it's for kids. So it's not for selfish reasons. It's for the children.
It's for the children.
It's for the children.
Well, that's understandable, I think.
Yes.
All right, babe. Well,
Oh, I'm back on. It's just a little
Ah.
sweet thing. I'm back on the kids board. I'm on the board, so that it means just a few more extra responsibilities. But it's a wonderful charity. We're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Kids this year, so we've got a lot of special things. We're trying to bring in new sponsors, so we could continue this trip that was started by Kid Craddock, who passed away in 2013. So the fact that we're able to still continue doing this trip is, in honor of him. But that was always his vision. Once he retired from radio, was for the charity to continue without him, because it's largely based on our radio audience, but he didn't, plan on dying. So who does? But we're continuing the charity. So it's really great. We're celebrating 35 years this year, and a lot of fun things coming up. The trip's in November, but between now and then we'll have a golf tournament and other fun stuff that, I'll be able to tell you about more later.
where do you donate?
Kidskids.org, KIDDS.org. They take donations year round. We also have other special things where we do a car giveaway and a golf tournament, things like that, where you'll have other chances to donate and maybe even get a little something back, right?
Good. All right, babe. Good stuff. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all. And I love Colleen Hoover.
You love Colleen Hoover desperately.
Go see reminders of him
Yes.
at the theaters.
I love Rude Dog desperately. And I love those clothes I got from Jeff desperately. Really nice stuff.
Nice stuff.
Including the Thomas Bahama. And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.